Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on Mindcrack. I hope that you are ready to have a good time. A good time. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Hi. So, we are here at my house. It may not look like it, but we are in danger, so let's get the heck out of here. Oh man, my mic just peaked. So, still trying to figure out microphone stuff. I have recently done so much work. What I was trying to say was it doesn't look like it, but so much work has gone on. I've also tried to sleep a lot at night or at day, I should say, when it wasn't night. But don't worry, we are fine now. I kind of screwed that up. Now there's mobs all over the place. Basically, what I was trying to do was make sure that I slept before there were mobs all over the place. But now there's mobs all over the place. So, I've been doing all sorts of work here, kind of blocking out ideas on where everything should be, where transitions from one area to another should go, where walls should be, that sort of thing, all around the bedroom area. I also hope... Actually, let's go ahead and work on this right now, that I can build out this wall here. Let's first just work on building the wall. It's sort of dangerous, right next to the fireplace. If I fall in, well, I fall in. And there we go. There's that. Let's get rid of some bad guys. Get out of here. Perfect. So I am still working on my microphone settings here. Today, I reinstalled Windows onto a new hard drive. Basically, for a long time, I have had more RAM than Windows will allow me to use. And that sounds silly, but it's true. Literally, I downloaded more RAM today, which is... Oh, God! See what I say? What did I say? What did I say? It's dangerous? Get out of here. Oh, man. Oh my gosh, I'm on fire. I am so on fire, it's not funny. Okay, there we go. So, for a long time, I've had Windows Home Normal. I've had Windows Home, the basic Windows Home version. And that means... I think I'm going to have to cut away some of this quartz here so that I can get it back. But basically, that means that Windows will only allow you to use a certain amount of RAM on their basic version of Windows. And I didn't think it was 16 gigs of RAM. And forever, I have had that limitation. And it's funny... You might think, well, that's not that bad as long as you don't have more than 16 gigs. Well, I did have more than 16 gigs. A while ago, a long while ago, a really, really nice fan gave me the exact... Basically, I had posted on PC Part Picker exactly what type of RAM I had, and I did a PC build on Twit and mentioned what RAM I was using. And that I had 4 extra DIMM slots because mine has 8 and I used up 4, and so there was 4 extra. And so he was a super nice guy. He gave me 4 extra sticks of RAM, which brought my total from 16 to 32. But I had the older version of, or the crummy version of Windows, which wouldn't allow me to use those sticks of RAM. So I now have upgraded my Windows operating system, and oops. And in fact, it's telling me that I need to update it. There was a little postpone. There we go. When you first install it, you have, oh gosh. You have a lot more things that you have to install. There was a little bit of a hiccup right then. So, I have now installed the new operating system, which means that I have installed more RAM, technically. I've installed more RAM onto my computer, which is quite nice. I'm really happy with that, and I've actually been noticing, I've been looking to see, do I peak out on RAM usage, and I do. And many times I will be rendering, or I'll have multiple applications open, and my RAM allocation will be peaked at, oh my god! Hello? Get out of here. Where'd he go? Is he dead? Okay, he's dead. Whew. My RAM allocation will be peaked, and so I basically oh darn it! Get out of here and fall on the ground and catch on fire, because a lot of applications that I use an awful lot of RAM. All of that is to say, hey, if my microphone sounds a little bit weird, it's because I've completely reinstalled everything. There's some things like my microphone settings I forgot to archive. How can I do this? I want to get onto the roof. There we go. Maybe that'll work? No. No, it won't. I don't know what I was thinking there. Luckily, I have some blocks of jungle wood, and we'll just jump up on top. There we go. So now I am working off. Oh, by the way, the person who helped me a lot in getting the new version of Windows was T-Snow-Crash. Great guy, and he helped me a ton in getting that. So you can thank having extra RAM for T-Snow-Crash. He's on at T-Snow-Crash on Twitter, so you can thank him for doing that for me. And like I said, like I use a lot of programs like Photoshop, Premiere, Adobe Media Encoder. There's a lot of programs that I use on a normal basis that require an awful lot of RAM usage. And many times I will peak at how much. I'll just be at the top. You can do whatever it is. I'll Control Delete and just see that I'm using all my RAM, and I assume my PC would be faster. I'm using all 16 gigabytes. Isn't that crazy? I remember when I thought that a gigabyte of RAM was insane. I also remember when I thought a terabyte of storage was so humongous and no one would ever use it. Ever. They would never use it. Today has been kind of a difficult day. In terms of I think I have a glass. Yeah, I do. Look at that. Wonderful. I need glass here. In terms of trying to get stuff settled, I had to. Oh, by the way, I am recording this a day early, so this is on Friday that I'm talking about. Friday for me was a pretty difficult day. Basically, I had to reinstall the Windows stuff. That all went pretty well, but then there was an update that Windows wanted to do. You know what? I don't need this much glass, so let's just pull that out and push this over here. Perfect. Oh, I thought that was for some reason I thought however much I had, 32 was divisible by 6. I guess it's not, because 30 is 5 divided is 5. I don't know how to talk right now. Anyway, I'm trying to get up there. I think I might have to pillar up to get over to these blocks. Anyway, me reinstalling Windows was fine. It was absolutely fine. It was Windows wanted to update after, and in fact, it just wanted to update right then, earlier, and I was about ready to stream my recap edit, and it screwed up, and it took, at first it took, about 40 minutes to install all of these updates, actually longer, but it took a long time to install all these updates, and in the end, it couldn't do it, and I think it was my fault, in fact. That looks great. Oh my gosh. Oh, I need to fix that right there. Okay. Try to figure out the best way to tell myself once I get onto the roof that this is where I need to fix it, and this is how. Boop. That's where I need to go. So I kind of still. So what I screwed up a bit in doing these updates, and that meant that I wasted about an hour of time, and I knew people were waiting for the recap edit. And during that time, I also wasn't able to get up my what was I trying to get up? Trouble in Terrorist Town. I was trying to get Trouble in Terrorist Town, and then when I quickly did Trouble in Terrorist Town live on the stream, like I published it, it was the wrong episode. I got super frustrated. I think I freaked people out because I don't think people are used to seeing me really frustrated. Wow, look at this. We finished the roof. We finished that wall. This living room area feels very complete now with the completion of that wall. Look at that. I think that looks really good. I was hoping that that location for kind of stopping the glass looks good, and I think it really does. Check that out. And then in here, you can sort of see up. That's really nice. I might put a cap on that to make sure that when it rains, as it always does on the Mindcrack server, that I don't see rain particles. But I really, really, really like that. Oh gosh, it's turning night and I need to go to bed. Otherwise, mobs will spawn in this crazy mansion of mine. This haunted mansion, basically. So anyway, I was really frustrated during the stream. I think it freaked a lot of people out. And I mentioned it during the stream, and I kind of wanted to mention it now, that there's definitely a different point of view that you get when you work for yourself. Basically, everything that I do is working for myself, and if something doesn't get done, it's my fault, and I'm the only one who really sees consequences because of it. Because it's my career and everything, basically. And I was really beating myself up about basically not doing the chores that I needed to do before I went streaming, and there's a lot of people that were just like, whoa, Chad, slow down, man. Like, you're really getting yourself really worked up about something that you don't need to get yourself worked up over about. I said it then, and I'll say it again, that basically, it's like I have no one to blame but myself whenever I get really mad in those situations. And that's one of the reasons I probably get the most frustrated is that I feel like I know what's at stake, and so I should be the one to freaking get it correct. Because I know that if I don't get videos up on time, there's a lot at stake. People will go and watch someone else's perspective, which, like, I don't mind so much, but I know that I'm the smallest channel, and, like, I don't mind that someone in our group, you know, gets more views than me, but I feel like, man, I mean, there's a lot of things that I just feel like and I hope this is, basically, I hope this is true. I hope that this isn't just a, like, anyway, let me say what I'm trying to say, is I feel like because I'm so small still, and I'm much larger than I used to be, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people will say, you're not small at all. Are you insane? But, I guess what I'm trying to say is everything is so on, like, this a hair's breadth of a breath. I don't know that term. I don't know which one's the correct way to say that. But if I was larger and I knew that, like, all my finances were set, there's so much that I would do differently. Part of me hates taking donations, like I do donations for the Twitch chat and stuff like that. And part of me absolutely hates taking donations because I feel like there's a lot more useful places that donations could go towards. Like, I don't feel like when you look at me or someone in Africa, you know, who should you donate to? It feels really weird for me to get donations when I feel like there's a lot of good causes out there. And so if but with that being said, I couldn't pay my rent without those donations. I could not get cat food, you know, or what I'd actually do. Let's be honest. What I'd actually do is I'd go get a real job. I can't do what I do now and live off donations, and not live off donations, I should say. And so I feel weird sometimes doing that. And if I was larger, I think, and that's just one example. So I was mentioning that just because that's one example of how I beat myself up over these things, and I worry about screwing up and not putting out my stuff on time, and no one's there to blame but myself. And I worry about all of that because I feel like constantly so much is on the line, because it's not that I'm struggling. It's just I'm smaller. And this is just, I think that this is just a trend. This is just a point in my life when I'm, at least I hope, I hope that, you know, I'm just a smaller channel and working, you know. If I look at people who are my size, like Jay Sano, they all have real jobs, and I've count myself very lucky. What am I hitting? I count myself very, very incredibly lucky to have the fan base that I do, and the people that I interact with on a daily basis. I mean, I am a really lucky person. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think there was something there. I remind myself, so a lot of times I remind myself of this guy I knew, Kent Cummins. He was an older gentleman when I knew him, and basically sometimes he would start to say something, and then you could tell that he forgot whatever he was trying to say halfway through. And I feel like that all the time. I start to say something, and then I get caught up on this other thing that I really want to make sure I get my point across, and then I forgot what I was getting my point across for in the first place. I don't know what I'm trying to say. What am I trying to say? Look at this amazing house. I'm really trying to say what I'm trying. I'm trying to think back to what I wanted to start this whole conversation with. Whatever I just said, I just want you to know I am incredibly, incredibly, incredibly grateful for everyone who has supported me, I guess. I don't know. What was I trying to say? There's a lot. I don't know. I've lost my train of thought. I hope, I don't know, comment down below. Tell me, what the heck was I trying to say? Tell me, do you think I'm a fool? Am I an absolute fool for thinking the way that I do? I'm glad we finished this living room area. It's nice. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. I cannot get a straight thought through my head. And I like the progress that we're making on the house over on this side. Right now it looks like a clown house. This absolutely looks like a clown house. This will be our screenshot. I don't normally do the screenshot live on the video, but it's clown house back here. Whoop. And this is what I normally do. I go in here and I go whoosh-ow. And then we look, and I try to get something that looks cool, probably the ender pearl. And we can see Clown House behind me. Boop. There we go. And then I look around and go, wow, this is really... why is this even in the game? Why would anyone look around like that? thanks so much for watching this episode on Mindcrack. I know it was a rambly one. I know that we started off talking about computers, and then we ended up talking about donations and goals, and I don't even know, and how thankful I am that I can do this is without needing to go find a full-time job at the moment. And anyway, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time on Mindcrack. Bye.